every single meditation session has been very different from one another. Like some were really difficult where I was like sort of battling my thoughts. Some were really powerful in the sense that I was able to actually visualize everything that I wanted. And I felt like, you know what you say, that you should not view it as a future thing. You should view it as something you already are. Like you're already in the skin of the person that you're imagining yourself to be in. And I was able to feel that way, and other times it was something that was really relaxing.
After coming into meditation, my life is getting meaningful. I'm feeling happy. I know the masters and the universe is taking care of my life. It is me and our mind unnecessarily coming to conclusions, imagining. So all these are unnecessary.
After meditation, I started embracing myself, being more gentle with myself, and that translated to being very nice and empathetic towards others as well. Forgiving myself, forgiving others, better relationship, and I had become very happy naturally. Didn't want anything exterior.
Started to loving myself, experiencing myself, express myself, and accepting myself the way I am.
Meditation was a core. Usually, I've always run around 3 kilometers, 5, 10 kilometers every other week or every week. I just question myself, why limit myself to 5 kilometers? Why limit myself to 10? Let me go ahead and register for 21 kilometers. Surprisingly enough, I finished the 21 kilometers, right?
During this particular meditation, this particular day, after the meditation, I just knew that they were going to respond to me and they were going to reply to my messages. And after the meditation, I immediately opened my email. I saw their response. They were telling they were looking at my application right now. They found it as one of the best candidates yet for the role.
I am working in a company called EY. So I wasn't being assigned to any project or something. So I used to meditate, visualize, and within few days of it, I was being given a project.
Okay. Hello, friends. Happy morning and wonderful evening to everyone connecting from the other side of the planet. Okay, so these are all the beautiful sharings from our youth program, which is also currently happening evening 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. So this happens for 21 days. All right. Okay, so my name is Pradeep. A quick intro I'll do for myself. So I'm into IT industry here in Bangalore for almost 13 years now. And I work for this multinational company which produces the enterprise resource software. Okay, so this is my primary profession, but otherwise this has been my passion. So I got introduced to this meditation practice in 2012 when I was in my college through my uncle in Hyderabad. But then I took it up quite seriously from 2017, 18 timeframe. So that's when I met Chandra sir and Vani madam in a meditation center here in Bangalore. I actually understood the power of this practice and then took up the service activities. It was from that time frame. So from the last 7-8 years closely, it has been a great journey of transformation. Especially what it has brought me, it has helped me to reprogram a lot of the limiting beliefs, thoughts which I was having from my childhood, could be because of the upbringing or the environmental factors I was exposed to. So firstly, I was working in a startup at that point in time in 2017, where the life was so hectic and I was so scared, in fact, to change the job I was wondering whether will I be able to get into um, another company. So that's when I met sir. There was a one-day workshop that is happening on abundance creation, where he was explaining these 5 principles, which we were going through for the last few days, the 5 sutras of manifestation. So I just want to experiment myself. I just put a wish that, okay, so the job what I'm currently might be paying good, but it is not giving me any sort of flexibility to do anything apart uh, from my work. So as a first step, I wrote few things. What is the kind of work environment that I want to get into? How the team would look like? What is the pay that I would be receiving? How far it will be from the place where I'm staying, and how it offers flexibility to do my other things, to pursue my passions apart from the daily office work. And yeah, frankly, initially when the rational mind came into the picture, so it was telling, okay, the market condition was not good. I don't have enough skills to um, actually pursue whatever I wrote on the papers. Uh, but then, um, but then I surrendered, and then I thought, okay, let's experiment. Unless you experiment, you don't see the change, right? So the first thing to do is um, uh, to just calm the mind and to do the experiment. So I was having a group of buddies at that point in time where we were together going to a park in the morning, and then we were doing meditation of 40 to 50 minutes, and then so that 1 month or 40 period time frame has brought a lot of calmness in me, and yeah, so that I eventually forgot that I'm looking for something better also, because slowly um, the day-to-day situation started changing. I started seeing the increase in confidence, my mind getting calmer, and eventually in a month time, I got few new offers, and then I chose one, uh, the one which is closer to the one that I wrote on the paper. That was a great turning point in my journey. So the belief strengthened a lot. Okay, we can actually w- work on the things that we actually want. So in a similar, so this is from the career point of view. This is a big breakthrough in my belief system. And then similarly, there were so many things from a health point of view, from my finances and the relationships. Another limiting belief. So being brought up from a family where I was told that it was not so easy to make money. You have to stretch a lot, you have to work a lot, and then you uh, will have something in your bank account. And so seeing my parents, I rarely used to see that they have something more than what they need for to meet their monthly needs. So that was the kind of exposure environment I was having during my childhood. So obviously there is no question of donation. So when I first met sir in one of the master classes on Saturday, so he said um, he took a personal loan to give some donation to Pyramid Valley Foundation. So that was a big uh, question mark to me. Okay, I know people who take loans to buy cars, houses, and for the education. Does people also do this for donating to some cause? So that thought triggered me a lot. It in fact broke so many buildings and those boundaries that I had in my mind until then. So I started to tell myself that, okay, I wanted to have this kind of thought process. So what would be the level of thinking of this person? What would be the level of freedom that this person is going through, so that he can forget everything, stop accumulating, and then he can start donating. So I wanted to have this kind of thought process in my mind. So I just decided that day, somewhere in 2018. So I want to live the life with this freedom. Um, and then I went to sir and said, "Sir, what extra I can do?" He said, "Okay, so these are the few activities that happens in the center. So see what you can be part of." Um, so I totally changed my daily routine after that. Go to office in the morning, 5:30, come back to the office and directly go to this place, and then go into that meditation room, do a practice for 1 hour, and then pick a book, do a reading for 1 hour. So that was my routine for the next 1.5 to 2 years. Every day I can see a different version of myself when I read something new. All those 25 books, what we have recommended on the day 4 or 5. So I just finished them in the next 1.5 years. Every book has brought a lot of transformations. It has shattered so many limiting beliefs. Even though I don't have enough, I started to give a significant portion of my earning back to the um, center at that point in time. So suddenly I started seeing so many doors being opened. So different sources of income started to inflow. And then for the first time, I started seeing my bank balance going positive. And then I always had enough to meet my needs. So recently I was watching one of the discourses by a master. So he said, you tried everything in your life, but then that thing what you are wishing for is not happening. So the one last thing that you can do is you donate. That's what he said, that master. So that unknowingly I was doing that back then, and then suddenly so many doors started opening here. So there are so many stories of transformation since then. Like maybe we'll get into meditation right now, but after the meditation, we'll do a little deep dive into this topic. What are the limiting beliefs and how we can overcome them, and how it can make the process of manifestation, creation a little more easier. Okay, so by now you're familiar with the practice, right? So get into your comfortable postures. You can close your eyes. Clasp your fingers into fingers. Put the hands on your chest area. Cross your legs. Be with your normal, natural, gentle breath. For the first couple of minutes, let's visualize that beautiful elevated moment. Let's regenerate that emotion again, which can help us to calm our mind.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area, resting your attention on your sacred heart. Can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the seat of all emotions. With your attention, your heart center, connect with it, love it, appreciate it. Your heart knows Be with that heart center, the center that is expanding your life with its emotions of love, joy, compassion, gratitude. Feel it, dear friends. Connect with your heart center with a relaxing breath. Notice it. And bring up an experience from your past or from the present of love, of joy, of gratitude. And then relive that moment and feel that energy, that emotion. Relive that moment and feel that energy. The more you experience the energy of love, compassion, gratitude, the more coherent you become in your body and mind, the more coherent you become with all things and everyone. And allow yourself to direct that energy, spread that energy to all things and everybody on this planet, or to those who are in need. Will you place your attention there? You place your energy. Feel. Relive that moment and feel that energy, and allow yourself to direct that energy to everyone and everything. We are all interconnected in this field of energy. The more you experience that emotion of love, compassion, the more connected you become, the more coherent you become. Coherence is the basis for higher experience. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are in this powerful group meditation. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to slowly go into that calmness, emptiness. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are in thought, go back to observing the breath and allow yourself to slowly go into that emptiness, the field of consciousness. All emptiness is energy. The longer you stay connected to this field of energy, the more coherent you become, the more open you become. The more empathetic you become, merge into that calmness, emptiness, where there's no body, where there's no thing. Become aware of the emptiness, that calmness. The field of energy. This is your divine self. That greater field of energy connecting everything and everyone. The more you are with it, with this energy, the more one you become, the more whole you feel. Friends, at this time, I'd like you to express gratitude deeply to all things and everyone, to this mineral kingdom, to this plant kingdom, to this animal kingdom, to this human kingdom, to the angelic kingdom. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Dear friends,
Okay.
dear masters,
All right. Welcome back, friends. So we did close to 40 minutes of meditation. So you can express in the chat. Is there any aha moment during the 40 minutes? Or is there any moment of realization? Or maybe in one word, how did you feel? Okay. It's excellent, calm, deep meditation and a lot of gratitude flowing. Good to begin the day with prayers and meditation. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. So let me bring up a few slides while you are still sinking into the process. Hopefully you can see my slide. Okay. Yeah. So a lie told over a period of time can become the absolute truth. Some of you might know this story, but then as there are a lot of new people, I'll quickly take a couple of minutes to um, a short, nice, interesting story on how our beliefs are formed over a period of time. So there is this Zen monastery. You guys don't see the full screen. Okay, one sec. How's it now? Is it full or still off?
It is not full, sir.
Let me unshare and share again.
Yeah, now it is full.
Now it is full. Okay, great. So there is this Zen monastery where there are discourses happening. Just a second. Sorry for that. Okay, again this. So there is this monastery where there are discourses happening every day at a particular point in time, and the master is giving the discourses, and then there are a set of students who are absorbing them. And suddenly there is this cat one day which came during the discourse, and then it was moving among the students, which is quite distracting. So they let it go on that day, and then again the next day the cat came at the same time during the discourse, and then it was moving in the classroom, and then again it was distracting. So one student took the cat and then he tied it to the tree. Okay, so again, the same thing happened the next day also. Then on the fourth day, what the students started doing, anyhow, this cat is coming regularly from the last few days. So why to let this thing happen, distraction during the middle of the class? So let's catch the cat and then tie it to the tree at the beginning of the class itself, so that there will not be any distractions during the class. So every day they started finding the cat where it is, and then they used to bring it and then tie it to the tree before the class starts. And that became the routine. Now the students changed. I mean, the batch got over, and then the new set of students came, and these guys are also doing the same thing. They started to find the cat at the beginning of the class, and then they used to catch it and tie it to the tree. Now, after a few days, what happened? The teacher also changed. But then no one knows actually, and a lot of batches are passed. No one knows actually why the cat is being caught and then being tied to the tree. So they thought it's a kind of thing that has to be performed before the class. So the teacher also changed, and then new teacher came, but then the same ritual continued. They used to find the cat wherever it is before the start of the class, and then we used to get it and tie it to the tree. Now, what happened after a few more months? The cat also died. So what the students did, they went to the market, bought a new cat, and then started tying it to the tree before the class starts. So what is the thing that we can catch from this story? So if we try to draw this analogy to our beliefs, what we have acquired over a period of time. I used to question a lot to my mom during my childhood why we have to do this, to my mom and grandmother. They used to say, we don't know. My parents and my big people, they said, and we are following it. So many a times it was like this. Maybe some ritual or some activity would have been framed to address the situation at that particular point in time, but then without questioning, that has been carried out for many generations, which eventually formed as a belief. So the popular things, um, uh, at least at our place in India, is like, okay, if you see something, this black cat when you are going out, and then if someone sneezes when you are going out, you sit for a couple of minutes and then go. Um, uh, don't give money on Tuesdays or on Fridays to anyone. Goddess Lakshmi will go out of the house. Many things. I mean, many stories I used to hear when I was being brought up. So it's the time to question now. If those things are not helping us, and if those things are not enabling us to live to our fullest potential, then it's time to question and it's time to experiment, actually. So let's see some of the popular core limiting beliefs. So we have listed few here, but there could be many. Let's take a couple of minutes to have a glance at those pointers in the slide and see if we can resonate to some of these things. Especially, I'm not good at math. So I clearly remember until my class 7, I never used to study at home. Only I used to listen what I was being taught in the school, and then I was always in the top 3 in my class. But then from this class 7, something changed because of this public examination. So they started this thing called, extra study hours. So I used to drag in my school till 9th. And then suddenly this new maths teacher came, and then he started telling different things, which kind of got confused me. And in fact, I started spending more time in solving the math problems. And eventually, that was the first time. Until then, I had started scoring very less in my maths, and then I framed this belief in my mind: I'm not good at math. I have to um, uh, practice a lot, and eventually I carried it for almost next 3 to 4 years until I finished my class 10, where in fact it was almost about to be influence my decision of whether to go for engineering or for the doctor, because I was so scared at math. I almost thought I'd pursue medicine, but then one of my sister reprogrammed me at that point, and then eventually I got back into the engineering stream. So popular things. I'm shy. I'm an introvert person. Sometimes parents they keep telling about their kid to their neighbor. So my son is very introvert guy. He doesn't likes to come out. He wants to be. He's very happy with himself, or he doesn't want to speak in front of public. So when just like that word, when something was told in repetition over a number of times, unknowingly it gets into the subconscious mind, and that person could eventually get into that mode of behavior of shyness or introvertness. I'm short-tempered. I'm not smart or creative. I'm a lot like my parents. Men should not cry or be vulnerable. I think this was the reason why there are so many wars in the world, because especially in the male-dominant society, and if you don't cry, where do you vent out your emotions? If you feel that you are told that if you cry, you will be vulnerable, or you should express your weakness. So there is a lot of energy that has been stuck in the system, which was not released, and then eventually, when a point comes when it has to be burst out, then it becomes uncontrollable. I used to see my father going mad at times during my childhood. I used to wonder, why is he behaving like this? Maybe this could be. Um, I can't find a partner. Women are lesser than men. My race or culture is superior than others. Life is serious. This is what I was told in my school when I was being brought up. Oh, life is very serious. It's so many challenges out over there in the external world. You have to face it. There are a lot of hardships. You do not trust anyone. Um, you have to really drag in order to make your ends meet. So many things. So if you take a minute and um, go through all these things, so you will resonate to many of those things. And okay, things never go my way. I never enough time. It's someone else's responsibility to make me happy. When I on this particular thing, then I'll be happy. This is one thing I was told again during my class two, in my class one and class two. You crack this engineering examination, then your life will be set. And then when I was in engineering, what I was told, you crack this placement of this company, you get into a good company, and then your life will be set. So I was always programmed with this destination mindset. Okay, you get into that mode, you do something, you acquire something, you get that promotion, then you will be happy, then you will be happy, then you will be happy. What happens because of this? Always I forgot to enjoy the current moment. I was always looking of something. I was always hoping for something. Oh, right now I'm not happy. If I go there, I'll be happy. If I go there, my things will change. My circumstances will change. So I always started chasing the things. Only when I got into this practice, in fact, a few years back when a group of us, when we traveled to Himalaya, so in one of the sessions, that's when I got this sudden insight, like, okay, where am I running? Why I have to run? Why can't I get into that mode of stillness and enjoy the moment here? So there is that moment of happiness actually in every moment. So without realizing it, so started or hoping for things. And it's hard to change the reality. Germs make me sick. I gain weight easily, need 8 hours of sleep. Beauty looks like this. I used to be on a lot of food supplements. When I was 25 or 26, a group of my friends, every day they were going to gym, and then I used to see them consuming almost 500 ml of this protein every day. And then they used to say, okay, this makes us strong. You should take all these supplements to keep the, what you say, keep every tissue or nerve fiber of your body more active. With age, these things get aged and you will become old so quickly. You need to apply so many of these cosmetics in order to maintain the longevity of the skin. So I was again in that kind of environment at that point in time. So I took those things quite seriously, and I used to spend significant amount of money every single month in buying all those things, consuming those supplements, applying those creams. Time is one, I mean, money is one factor, and then the time is another factor. It used to take a lot of time to be on those. It's a kind of ritual, both morning and evening. Only later, again in 2018-19 time period, when I was reading this book, You Are the Placebo, I actually understood stress is the main factor, which brings this aging factor in the body, or that kind of draining feeling in the body. So then again, few series of conversations with sir during our everyday meet. So then I realized, why not let me experiment? I stop all those things and see how my energy levels will be, and how the longevity of the skin. So eventually I realized we actually don't need all those things. But see, we have to question. I mean, we have to get into that present moment awareness, and then we need to question and experiment all those things. What I'm doing right now, is it making me is it giving me that freedom, or is it making me do certain things because I have to do something? So if the answer is number two, then it's time to question, is it really true? Is it really worth? Can I do things little differently? Can I experiment a different thing? So that's when we actually start identifying the beliefs, the first thing, and the second thing is working on reprogramming them. Actually, it's a very interesting topic, and people who have attended our 5 days advanced meditation retreats in Pyramid Valley, you'd have spent almost half a day in this concept during the workshop. Okay, so again, so if we have to understand how these beliefs are formed, especially if you see the two lower brains, the limbic system, the reptilian complex, when we hear a thing repeatedly over a period of time, so that gets synced into our subconscious mind and eventually into our body memory, and it becomes part of the autopilot mode. Just like how we brush our teeth every day in the morning without paying attention to it, and how we take our bath without paying attention to it. Something is driving us, right? So we also get into the automatic mode when we are thinking, the way how we think to a situation, the way how we respond to a situation, and the kind of emotion that we exhibit to a particular situation. So everything is in autopilot mode now, because we have experienced that, or we have heard of that over a number of times now. So that became our personality, actually. The first 30 to 35 years is actually when the personality is getting formed. So personality is nothing but the set of belief systems, the set of perceptions that we have acquired over a period of time. And yeah, so if we can change our personality, then we can change our outer reality. Now, how can we change that? As said some time back. So firstly, need to identify that, get into the present moment of awareness. How can we do it? Unfortunately, I was not told of any skill which can make me get into the present moment awareness. So if I have to take a glance of what I have learned in my 12 years of schooling, and then 2 years of +1, +2, and then again 4 years of my engineering, mostly I was told to how to memorize things. In fact, of course, apart from the playing activity, there is nothing I have been told on how to get into the skill of getting into the present moment awareness. Only when I got into this practice, that's when I realized, oh, okay, you be with your breath, and then suddenly you will start realizing so many things. You'll start observing the lot of thoughts that are actually flowing through your mind every single day. And then slowly, you will master how to reduce the number of thoughts, and then identify what are the thoughts that are actually helping us to move forward, and what are actually those thoughts that are draining our energy. And so it was that moment. So with more and more practice, you will get into that point where you realize, okay, this is a belief which I think I would have acquired during this period, but it might not be the truth. And what is the truth? Anything that is limiting me of my freedom, limiting me of my ability to live life to the fullest potential, is a limiting belief. So let me see how I can overcome it. Reading helps a lot, actually, here. Reading helps a lot to rewire our neural circuits. So what is a belief? I mean, the set of neural connections that are there in our mind, the nerve cells that wire together, fight together. So all these thoughts, when we acquire over a period of time, so they become a strong neural circuit. So when we read more, when we listen more, and we visualize more, so we can actually reprogram these existing neural circuits. And slowly we started thinking, we will start thinking out of the box. So new insights will come, a new way to respond to the things we can see. And then yes, this practice of doing the practice of empowering beliefs. Whenever there is a limiting belief, we can identify what could be the opposite version of it. Is there anyone in my circle who have faced the challenge what I'm going through and they have overcome it? If yes, then yes, it is a possible. There is a possibility. Why can't I also do that? So yes, there are good number of ways how we can reprogram our neural circuit. So that's how we can identify these limiting beliefs and we can reprogram them. So I'd like to stop at this point. So we're already at 7:19. And then open up for discussions. People who have planned till this point, you guys can carry on. But then otherwise, let's take a quick few seconds break and then we'll come back again for the Q&A part.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hand, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small.
Okay. So yes, friends, anything you want to share or any questions, you can put it in the chat or you can raise your hand. So we can spend next 5 to 10 minutes for this. Or if you have learned something, if there is any good insight that you had got during the class, that also you can mention over the chat. Actually, when we are sharing, it's like when we are revisiting that information again, and we are actually creating a new neural circuit. Okay, so there is a question. Do you have a list of empowering beliefs, just like we have the limiting beliefs? Yes, I mean, it's not any big rocket science stuff. So we can just write by ourselves the empowering belief. Suppose if there is a belief that, it is very hard to succeed in the business, or I'm not from the business background, then what could be the empowering belief for it? So we start looking for the people around. Is there anyone who are also looking, who are also from the similar background? If you have a glance, then you'll see so many list of people. In fact, all the successful people or top billionaires in the world are not with the people who are with the formal business background or with the business knowledge, and they had became to that level now. So if it can happen to them, it can happen to me as well. So that could be my empowering belief now. If so and so person from a similar background like me has conquered what he wants to, then definitely I also can do. If so and so person has healed of this particular health challenge, then as bodies having infinite healing capability, I can also do it by myself. So this simple empowering beliefs that we can frame by ourselves. Okay, so there's another question. I'm apprehensive of being happy because I'm afraid it will attract bad people or energies. How to reprogram this? Again, I think even I was told in my early years that don't laugh too much. Again, you will get a moment where you have to cry. Or don't be so happy. You don't know what you will attract again. So, see, first of all, if I increase my understanding, so there is certain emotion that is making me happy. And again, there are certain emotions which might push me into the zone of uncomfort. See, I have noticed some people during my practice in the last few years who will not exhibit that sinusoidal nature. They will not go up too much when things are going that way, and they'll not go down when things are not going that way. So that is one thing. First of all, if we can increase our understanding level, we will not vibrate. So then there is no question of happiness or sadness, because everything is an experience, and we start to seeing experience in a right way. If something is going in my way, yes, I congratulate myself, and then I appreciate. And if something is not going my way, then yes, okay, let me take a pause. Let me see what's going around, and what I need to change in myself. What is it trying to teach me? So in that way, I think then we'll not be afraid of attracting any bad people or energies whatsoever, because everything is an experience. And eventually we take better choices where the learning can be in a happy and smooth way. It need not be always in a tough way. Okay, so here's another question. Is the meditation the main key to rewrite the brain? Because I feel like the more I experience the emptiness, the more I have clarity. Yes, yes, madam, absolutely. When your mind is calm, when it is in absolute silence, this is like you have got into the room now, and you have unlocked the room, and you have got into the room, and now I have access to all the old stuff in the room, which I can throw it out, and which I can fill it with the new stuff, new information. So I think a couple of days back when Sarah was talking about this visualization, so this is what exactly it is. When the mind is in that state of calmness, and if we visualize the new things, if we visualize the new version of ourselves, we actually start putting that new information, new neural circuits are getting formed, and when new circuits are formed, we start behaving in a new way. I mean, we start responding to the things in a different way. We start to take decisions in a different way. So everything will be influenced. And meditation is a key. Meditation is a vehicle, is the only vehicle which can help us to unlock and get into that room. So room is nothing but a subconscious mind here in our language. We get into that part of the mind where the information is there, where the beliefs are actually being stored. It's like a database in software language. Okay. So I saw a hand being raised. Yes, sir.
Hi,
Yeah.
sir. VN Rao here.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Yeah.
It's actually, it was my question that I asked you regarding being apprehensive of being happy, right? Okay, so it's like this. Practically, I'm trying to balance myself. I don't express myself too much, whether I'm happy or this thing. But it shows in your face that this guy is happy or this guy is not happy, right? So I sort of tend to attract when I'm happy. It definitely shows on your face that you're happy, right? So at that time, there are people who try to pull you down, who try to know. I'm attracting such sort of people. So it's a daily. I've experienced it many times in life. So I don't know whether being happy is like I took it to myself that you shouldn't be happy or something like that. So I started becoming apprehensive of expressing my happiness. So is there a
Yeah.
way that I can sort of reprogram this belief? Any particular?
Yeah. I mean, see, reprogramming is one way, and then changing the people around is a different way. So,
I'm not going to
um,
change people. It's just that
no, no, no.
expressing. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, I got it. I got it. So I'll tell you my scenario. Until 2017,
yeah.
I was having a different set of people around me, where I was going through a similar thing what you have just said. Yeah, in fact, I was scared to exhibit my emotions also. Then it was not by choice I have done, but out of my curiosity and passion to explore this domain of meditation and the spiritual knowledge. So then I started to put a lot of time in the practice, and then into this process of acquiring more knowledge to understand the science behind it. And eventually, after 6 months or 9 months time period, what I have realized is my environment totally changed. First
Okay.
thing, the new set of people came around me, and second
Mm-hmm.
thing is the way the existing people used to behave with me earlier was also changed.
Mm-hmm.
Both the things
Okay.
happened, and
Okay.
then I also felt that there was a shield of protection that is around you with this knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
where you are not as affected as earlier
Okay.
because of the comments that you used to receive from the people or whatsoever it is.
Okay. Okay.
So you will experience the change in multiple dimensions actually. Yeah.
So
So it's all
basically, I
about,
should.
yeah.
Okay. So I should go and do more and more meditation.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
that's
because
what helped me. Yeah.
right now, you know what? I'm not going into doing more and more meditation because the more meditation you do, the more peaceful, the more calm, the more happiness you get. And then I was
Mm.
thinking that I'll be attracting more and more, the negative side of people. So I think that should be the correction that I should make, right? If I'm correct.
Yes, yes. You can just
Just keep on doing more and
recollect
more
my story.
meditation. Huh?
You can just recollect my story, and you can tell to yourself, if this can happen to this guy, this can
Yeah,
happen
yeah,
to me also. It's only a limiting belief
yeah.
that has formed in my mind. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So that's why, in a way, I'm not doing more and more meditation. I'm just being happy, like being where I am. So right now, I think I need to increase my more meditation. That would be the solution, right?
Yes, sir. Where are you?
I'm right.
Where are you from?
I'm right now in Karnool, Buddha Pyramid.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I'm doing some seva there, so
Wonderful.
I can do increase my meditation hours. Definitely, I want to.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, sir.
So that's the thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay. Any other questions? Any other sharings? Yes, Nidhi madam, can you add Chandra sir to panelist?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. You are added now. You can unmute. Okay, so I'll. Okay, yes.
Proceed.
All right. So there is another question. So since few days, I'm feeling lots of negativity and lots of
Yes, please make Rao
negative.
Garu open up Rao Garu again. And Rao. Yes, Rao Garu.
Morning, sir.
Are you there?
I'm here, sir. Very happy morning.
From Kannur.
Very happy morning.
Who helped me so much.
Sir, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Very happy morning to you, sir, Chandra, sir. Chandra, sir, can you hear me?
But you are not a panelist, you may not be able to
Sir,
open a
when
window.
Okay, sir, one
Yes.
second. We are
How is it
promoting you
going
to
there?
panelist.
Let's just check your audio. What's going on? Not that great. What's happening, Kiran?
There was some delay, I think, sir, from your end.
You're able to hear me or no?
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah, we can hear now. So we promoted Rao sir as a panelist. I think
What's
he's
latest? Yes. What's latest there?
So good morning. Happy morning to you, sir,
Can't
Chandra,
hear
sir.
him.
Very nice to see you.
Maybe 1 second. Okay, I get it. Please go and speak now.
Yeah. Happy morning to all of you. Chandra, sir, it's good to see you every day. I'm happy doing my renew program. I just missed one day of it on the ninth day, I think. I was there, but I was doing meditation. It's not that I skipped this thing. I was doing meditation, but without our session. Right. Okay. So I was just asking this question wherein, the more meditation you do, I'm being apprehensive of being happy, so I'm not expressing too much myself. Uh, I'm sort of balancing out myself, not being too happy. Definitely, I'm not sad of anything. I can sort of talk to myself to keep myself happy. That much I can do. But uh, what I observed is that the more happiness I exhibit, it shows in your face that you're happy, content, and all that. I'm sort of attracting people who are trying to put me down or something like that. So, how to reprogram that? So, my program and belief for a long time, it has been like this that, you shouldn't exhibit your happiness, otherwise, you'll be attracting the wrong people who want to put you down always because you see a lot of unhappiness and discontent around the world, wherever you are, people are not so happy. I think being happy is one of the I think being happy is one of the richest that you can have these days. So, how to reprogram that belief?
Yeah, that's a very good point of where many social constructs center around.
Yeah.
If you have a goal, parents will tell, don't talk about it because they may not appreciate it. They will pull you down, so they stop.
Okay.
So that's how many children slowly curtail their dreams now. They don't want to talk. You have to hold it to yourself because
Exactly.
your relatives may not appreciate it. They'll think that you have too much money.
Yes.
They think that this guy is this guy is that. All right.
Exactly.
And this is also comes from the same trying to be happy when others are not happy, and it'll go into a negative thinking for others. You don't have any remorse for anybody, people around you. How can you be just like that? When somebody died, you just can be still be like that. You don't even cry. This is another big
Yeah.
thing that we hear.
Exactly.
At the
Right.
death, you're not sad. At some loss, you're not sad, and you're not showing up in front of you. Don't have emotion, this and that. Resentment is that, of course, then we try to hold ourselves back from being what we are in that moment.
Yeah.
Solutions. Now, meditation is a solution for everything, number one.
Yeah.
In all states, meditation is a solution. Number two, then whatever that we're
That's it.
talking about, a reprogramming belief. Now these are add-ons. They're add-ons.
Okay.
Meditation is first.
Okay.
What is the challenge? It became a false truth. It became a false truth. The thing that I should not just be express my happiness around, let's say, certain people, where the
Mm-hmm.
judgment is there in our mind. Oh, these persons will think that way. So we have a judgment initially.
Okay.
Slowly, that judgment dropped. Then I say we should not express happiness in general because it may not
Okay.
be seen good. Okay. Now we have a belief that we have to manage people, so that is our problem. But
Okay.
in any case, when you meditate, the awareness builds, which is telling you anything that's restrictive to my experience, then it is not necessarily right. Anything that restricts
Mm-hmm.
my experience is not necessarily right. I'm a limitless potential, so whatever restricts me, then we start questioning. We need to start thinking about it. For this, like this statement today I made, limiting belief is that anything that restricts my experience, I should step back and question and say, why am I doing it? Why am I restricting
Okay.
myself? Moment of awareness has to come for us to contemplate on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Meditation builds that awareness, and so then the moment you're aware, half job done. The moment you're
Okay.
aware, something
Yeah.
is that I'm holding back, that's it, that's half job done. So half of the programs will go away for people when they simply know that this is a limitation potentially.
Okay.
8 hours of sleep. Somebody has to listen. Oh, 8 hours of sleep is a limitation? I'll give you another big one. I don't have time. I'm too busy. Now, these are also
Okay.
limitations. These are also limitations. When people say the statements, I don't have time, I'm too busy,
Yeah.
there are also limitations. Now, one has to just hear that there are limitations. Now, they're recorded. Half job is done with a regular meditation. They're aware of the thing next time it happens. Say, why am I saying this? What is causing me? If my thoughts create reality, can I create time? I have a lot of time. Can
Okay.
I say that? I have a great amount of time to do all the things at my work. At I'm also giving full time for my family, for my personal things. Can we say that?
Okay.
I have so much time, full on time for fulfilling my responsibility, yet I'll take and do good amount of work to BuddhaCEO Quantum Foundation. Can we say that? If we say, then thought create reality, it must come into you. So first thing to is to just know that whatever I'm going through, become aware to say, oh, this is restricting my experience. You wish to serve at foundation, but you say, I'm so too busy, sir, I cannot do, I will only have this 1 hour time. Limitation, right? So meditation builds an awareness, knowing that anything that limits me, restricts me, is potentially a limiting belief. Contemplate on it. Then you say, okay, I know it's a limitation, but I would like to, in the concept of gaining greater things with my family, I got to just sit down and quietly be there. That is with awareness, you do something, no problem. Okay, with awareness.
Okay.
But otherwise, so the just aware meditation will build that awareness, but then have this knowledge. That's why knowledge liberates. Without knowledge, without knowledge that there is something called limiting belief, then people meditate. Those who are in the body mind state will overcome it, but those in the intellect state cannot overcome unless they find the knowledge. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Most people in the body state, first of all, they don't get into such things. They will act more in the impulse side, so they'll go. But those mind states are in between. But intellect state who reason it out, for them this knowledge is essential. For them to
Okay.
say, oh, okay, so I am myself stopping my limitation. All right. So you're doing good.
Oh,
You understood the concepts and limiting beliefs. Now you say that
okay.
nothing should stop you.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
only
Thank you
this,
so much. Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
else should just let you be there, be yourself. Okay.
Thank you so much.
But
Okay.
what Pradeep is
Sir,
saying is
regarding my
important.
GCML,
Hmm. Your
sir?
GCML. That is for a question
Yeah.
answered. Yes. Our team will come to you.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay. Okay.
Our team will
Thank
come
you.
to you. Yes.
Thank you so much.
We're not concluded a few things yet. That's why the answer is waiting.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Make me a co-host here. Add Pradeep to the screen. I like your
So the,
presentation.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
Many examples internalizing what you went through, all the beliefs. You know, when I first wrote it, I also found myself, okay, 80% are there for me. 80% of most of them are there in some way or the other, somewhere deep inside lurking. We can override not being honest to ourselves, but if we are, then we'll find and remove every limitation. Correct. So good. Ask a question.
Yes, so there is one question in the chat.
Your question.
Your question.
Okay, let's ask that a chat question, then
Okay.
you ask. Okay.
So since few days, I'm feeling a lot of negativity and lots of negative thing is going on. How can I overcome?
Just this meditation program, madam. There's this program. Just make a phone call and spend some time with Naga Pradeep or Kiran, Nidhi, madam. That's all it is. Okay. Regular meditation, regular listening to the wisdom, and the regular interaction with our masters. Okay. That's all. Just stay through it and everything will happen.
Yes.
Hello, Namaskar, sir.
Yes, madam. Come easily.
Sir, so we talk about meditation this week, and I want to I always had I joined a new job, new IT department, and I was like always wanting that I will get a chance to speak in the meeting because there are so many senior people ahead of me, and I'm always waiting for it. So I was kind of manifesting that, I will think, visualizing that I will get a chance where I can present, I can also lead a meeting. And that happened just all of a sudden that one day somebody was about to do it, and then I got a chance to speak. I completely fumble. I was like, I'm not, I was like, not ready for it. So when we keep manifesting, we keep visualizing, but that situation come, we probably not ready for that or not 100% prepared for that. So, sir, can you, put some light on that, how, how to just not just the manifestation that day I realize it, not just the manifestation and visualization, it is also the preparation to be on that position.
Prepare for it in your visualization. Prepare for it in your visualization. Watch what Virat Kohli is doing in his mind about how beautifully he's preparing in the mind to face these fast bowlers. Virat Kohli visualization. Search for it on YouTube and you'll find some videos. Okay. If you wish, you can do that. Second, of course, regular meditation will help you to understand that you are always there at the right moment, right time, and you let go. It's not you and I speak. The true speaking happens spontaneously through us. Through us. You're thinking there, you're speaking. I got the greatest opportunity. Let the consciousness flow through me, just momentary. You let go yourself and see what happens. The right things will come. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right things will come. So don't worry about it. That you are done the first step. Now, if you visualize, yes, I'm speaking in the meeting and then I'm flowing with my ideas, and then you don't have to know what the ideas are. I'm just flowing, and then people are like, oh, stuck and looking at it and say, wow, Kamini Madam is saying so many things. And this master has so many with her. They're listening to you. Visualize that. Visualize that. And then at the end of it,
Yes.
whatever that you want them to do to you, like shaking hands and saying, Madam, I want to come and speak to you about that idea. I really liked it. If that's what you want, say that. That's your outcome, that somebody out there wants to come get impressed and then come and have a conversation with you later, do it. Visualize that. Whatever you're saying, it'll happen, right? That's how you go closure. Letting go is the most important. Is the more no work way. Visualization is a smarter way. Telling people is a harder way. There is hard work, smart work, and no work. Letting go and saying consciousness is driving through me, and the right thing is going to be come through me, and then I am just there. That requires a lot of meditation, a lot of understanding to flow. It'll happen even in due course. But these are all different aspects of it that we always make a combination of them and then continue to apply in our daily situations. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Mm.
Okay, so you can consider in two different phases when you are in the practice and right now. Okay, and then when someone close to you, when your children or who were around you, when they come and tell you the challenge that they're going through, what were your emotions at that point in time, and what was going through your mind back then and back now? Oh.
Meaning what? I'm in practice means like I'm doing my own thing, sadhana, and then people are coming and telling me,
Yeah, maybe 10 years back, how you were reacting then, and then now if a same situation comes, so what will go through your mind?
okay, what do you do? What are you doing today?
For me, at least, there is that turbulent moment for some time until I tell to myself, okay, this will pass on, or what better is definitely there is something better that will be coming out of it, and let me be patient and see what it is. And eventually, yes, there is um, a much better thing that I have seen by the time I navigate through the situation. But mainly, what was maybe this is the area of improvement for me during that course. How to regulate myself more and how to control that turbulence is what I want to strengthen.
See, when we are in a sadhana and then most close people are coming with a problem, with a challenge. Now, if before meditation, the states were, of course, there are many, many states possible. If you ask me specifically, problems were, many of them were not really problems for me. They can be handled. If you are strong enough, you can handle it. That was my mindset was. So there was somebody, close family members bring up with the problem and say, okay, this small thing, why can't I handle it? Why is this coming to me? The judgmental attitude is there. All right. Or in such situations where I was also weak enough. Suppose my son's body temperature is raised too much. And they were scared, you're worried, something is going to happen. It's 104 crossed. Then also in that rush of it, you're scared, and then you're just jumping with them together and say, okay, let's do. These two I can think of. This is what I was doing before. But now, some situations, the same situation, now understanding is there. The same situation is happening. Understanding is there. You have a lot more calmness where, my son's temperature above 104, I gotta do something. I can't just sit and say, okay, things will be taken care. I will do something. That's the inner state. The inner state is that fine. You're gonna go through something. Let's come here and attend to it. Let's acknowledge the feelings. The first thing that happening now is to acknowledge the feelings of the other side. It's always for anyone, we acknowledge the feeling. It may be a very stupid thing, a small thing, a tiny thing, a silly thing they're coming to you, but acknowledge the feeling first. Second, you make a rational choice or the decision there. Should I be giving some time here at this time? Make a conscious choice, and I do that, make a conscious choice. Where I'm there with them, they're happy, no problem, so it's fine. Where the problem comes, where they're not there with them, and say, okay, you handle by yourself, right? Where the challenge comes. This is where a lot of times we succumb and we deviate. Where we need to do our dharma, we stop our dharma, go somewhere. Okay. So, so the answers are varying, Pradeep, for this. In some cases, you're firm. Some cases, you're elevating with a higher purpose and say, hey, you know what, this stuff is going on, so do you handle it, right? You just have you got a variety of answers there. Where you decide not to necessarily spend time and request the other person to just take care. It could be, let's say, Vani, it could be my daughter, it could be somebody that asking me, coming with a problem and saying, but not saying, oh, you can't handle this much also. That is gone. That is gone. Okay. And coming with the problem, I told you so many times. I told you so. It's completely gone. One must remove, I told you so. I told you so many times. I told you so. Now, of course, you have to face it. This is like the most worst thing one can say. Right. But we want to prove our points. And because, meditation removes that proving point. It's not about proving points, it's giving solution. We're a solution oriented, not problem oriented people. All right. And so you're finding ways. But yes, at times where you cannot, but you have to go through what you're doing without letting go of that thing, then it can make them unhappy. Not the thing you can do. And so you're proceeding with what you have to do, you do. Make them unhappy. It's not a timing to talk about it, explain it. And then there's also our training to become in that internal state very strong about your decision, consciously being feeling that, okay, I've taken the right decisions, and go forward, knowing that you'll have an opportunity to sit with them again. What's going to happen? They're going to be growling, they're going to be grudging against you, they'll be just saying this and that for next moment. What to do? And you made a decision and then you still want to continue. And I know that in case they're not come to the full state of acceptance, they'll not be happy. Sure, okay, fine. That's the journey, they're continuing at that moment. But we must be clear about where this is also our mutual training. Sometimes it's our training, it's their training. It's something that we understand. It's not necessary that we always jump. It's not necessary that we always hold on to our position, right? You know that. But what I do, in short, I acknowledge the feeling to the best possible. Number two, situations that definitely warrant my time, I will go and attend to it. It should be less and less, not more and more. The more and more you're getting pulled into others' needs, that means then obviously there's a lot of additional work we have to do on ourselves. That means we are only trying. Everything we are trying. Oh, anything happens to my child, she's directly coming to me. You already made your program inside, your subconscious feelings and vibration is that. And so obviously you're attracting more of those. You know that. You know the game. Unknowingly, we go into their situations, we create a new set of beliefs, new set of lower vibrations around it, and so we attract them. So the more we are having them, that means that area we work on pretty clearly about what's my vibration, what's my state. All right, that's something to step back and work. But otherwise, acknowledging and then jumping in for few, and then everything else, identifying ways to communicate. And sometimes there's nothing to communicate, they won't understand it, but just do what you have to do. And then maybe they'll say, okay, this guy is a jerk, he doesn't understand, he goes forward, what to do, what will happen. Okay. Knowing that you will have an opportunity to interact with them later and then fix that, because at that time is not the time to do it anyway. You know that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's difficult to visualize how to overcome it. You know what someone was saying with no context. Yes. Awesome. Kiran, what's happening? I came to Dubai. I'm here when Sudhakar's
Oh,
home. Yes. Sudhakar's home. So I'll be here for the next few days. and I'll do my best to do it. It's at 4:30. I have to wake up at least at 4, which is fine. Which is fine. So we will do starting tomorrow. I think I'll be back to my sessions. Yeah.
Wonderful, sir. When Pradeep sir asked that question, I reminded me of my interactions with you. My few interactions with you when I was asking you some questions about when we were going to Sedona, and I was telling there's no place, or how is the weather? Let's check the weather and things like that. And how my journey evolved with staying in course with Buddha CEO Masters, and still a lot to learn, but I've evolved in such a way that I can relate myself to what was happening 2 years ago. How was I reacting to things, or what was my thought process at that time? And after listening to many of your sessions and master classes, and Pradeep sir and many Buddha CEO masters staying with the program, it's a different mindset now, how we react and how we think to things, and how we try to look at it from our perspective. Like, why did I attract such a point in my life? Why did I attract such a question in my life? That's the first thing I ask myself now when somebody come to me with something, and it's a profound shift in my thought process and my energy if I give it to something. Like, why am I giving my energy to something or somebody? Or why am I attracting such a challenge or such a question in my life? That's how my evolution came being, and I'm so grateful to listen to your perspective. Every day it's a good learning. Thank you, Chandra sir. Thank you, Pradeep sir, for the wonderful question.
With family members, we can easily override. But we have to constantly ask the question, if you are going through a situation with them, that means they're attracted by you. You got the very important point. It's always by us. Overriding them is easy. If you want to override, then at that point override. But internalize. If I'm having 10 times the dining table in our discussion out of the 50 and 20, so obviously there's a lot for me to also work through. It could be even just being quieter. It could be changing a few things the way you think about them. Right. Sometimes having to take a tough call is important. It will be there for each of us. You can't try to manage always the show and then it can take like nearly 20 years for you. You got to say where that is, where it's going to be, basically a string is there. You keep pulling it to the best possible before it snaps off. That's how you push yourself. Keep pulling it. Although the tension is there. Do it. And before it snaps off, then you need to be aware where it snaps off. You got to. That's how we change. Otherwise, we don't change. You don't change, the other doesn't change. The change needs to come. So the knowledge helps, right? It's all about the knowledge. So meditation is softening somebody, and so the knowledge is helping to apply. So then they're taking it. So first and foremost is that how much have you invested in seeing that your family member is meditating? Otherwise, you have great Ramayana every day, right? Invest time to see that they come into meditation. Now, let's take Patrisa. Patrisa, of course, told and told and told and told. Then he went out. He went out and then did everything. Remember, always there is a timing. So then eventually people came back and then said everybody was like behind him. Entire family where that's totally opposing him eventually, but there were a period of time. My younger brother did the same. Initially, we all were just saying no, no, no. He was rebel and saying, yes, we got to do, and he found his ways to go do it. He went against my parents, and then even I used to say, but went against Dr. GK, and then he stuck to what he's really believed is important. He understood that meditation is a lot more important than trying to just be in these ritual environments without believing whatever that little we know is right and all that, right? So he went through. Now what happened? Then somewhere he found, okay, oh, my parents are really, really down, so I gave them meditation. They're happy in a situation. So somewhere you find ways of getting them into meditation. He did. And so today everybody are greatly grateful to him. So like that, we know that if you strongly believe what you're doing is the right thing to do because you're meditating, your guidance is coming, stick to your point. Recognize that some are changing next day, some are changing a month later, some are doing 1 year later, some are, in his case of Patriji sir, years and years later. Not until that time. Until that time, everybody was so against him. But still, what's important is that having the strong inner state. If you don't have strong inner state and say, am I doing right? People are all commenting on me. This is happening. I left this, I left that. Then you are gone. Then you are neither here nor there. So for that strong practice, sadhana is required. When your sadhana is strong, when your internal inner is telling you this is the way to do, you will do it. Even if it means it appears the relationship suffers, but it's only temporary. One has to see that that breaking point rarely comes. A string, normally we pull this much, but it can go another 4 times more. We have to go there. We don't go there because we suddenly start in our mind say, oh, this is going to really make it worse. Their parents will come, this will come, that will come, and so that will become worse. We ourselves are fearful. We're limiting ourselves because we haven't overcome our own fears about it. All right. So when we overcome our fears, then this is the right thing to do. The concept is what is the right thing to do. How clear are you about what is the right thing to do? Okay. For that, more sadhana. All right. Okay, so let's go. Nidhi madam, I think we have a meeting also, right?
Yes.
Okay. What time? At 6:45? No, not 6:45. What's the time now? It's already past 8.
Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. So thanks, Pradeep. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
A good one.
All that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it all. You're the blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything will feel gorgeous. All that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. Every day I sit and pray cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the
Thank
love
you,
so
everyone.
everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich
Wonderful
or poor,
session,
if I
Pradeep.
have a
Thank you.
family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan. But there's a million things that I